breast milk, which is the ideal form of nutrient or the food that is available to a newborn infant by nature. And this will contain all the important ingredients from a nutrient point of view, and additionally it will provide most of the immunity the child requires in the initial few months of life. Because a newborn who is totally alien to the environment will not have a proper chance of survival unless he or she gets an adequate support of immunity. So that can be passively transferred from the mother to the baby through breast milk. So it is one of the biggest advantages that a newborn infant would get from its mother in a natural way. Now, exclusive breastfeeding is something which we have been practicing for some time, and the duration of exclusive breastfeeding had been varying from time to time based on the scientific evidence that we have been gaining. Now, the latest recommendation to go up to 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding is, of course, in most of the cases, is a practically can achieve situation. In South Asia region, and especially in Sri Lanka, we have fairly high exclusive breastfeeding rates up to 6 months of age. But of course, sometimes this has to be curtailed around 4 months of age, because mainly the mothers are in the working mothers who will not get adequate maternity leave. But of course, having said that, the majority who goes on to continue breastfeeding till 6 months will have adequate, proper growth and will have a nutritionally well-nourished population. So the advantage of giving exclusive breastfeeding, of course, is that it will provide all the nutrients, including the adequate amounts of water, even in warm climates like South Asia. And apart from that, it will also provide all the nutrients. The growth rates of these individuals will be sort of controlled. That has a very important implication when we consider the long-term effects of feeding, early feeding. Because we today know the whole world, even South Asia region, faces an epidemic of non-communicable diseases, especially things like diabetes and coronary vascular diseases. Then the ideal way, or one of the best ways to control these early origins of these diseases is proper nutrition in the early stages of life. And one of the key factors that would help in controlling the early onset of most of these non-communicable diseases is having a proper growth pattern or proper growth rate in the first few years of life. So the main foundation for this could be laid during the initial first few months, where the child is learning and certain aspects of programming is still continuing, by providing the nature's most and the best the food, breast milk. So through that you can maintain the proper growth trajectory of individual, because there is a control between the producer as well as the person who takes the milk, and they will be given, the infant will be taking the adequate amount of or the required amount of nutrients only. So therefore, exclusive breastfeeding going up to 6 months would be the ideal, because that will provide the proper nutrition, as well as it will reduces the incidence of unnecessary infection. And however, practically, although there could be some difficulties, everybody should attempt to go on and feed their children as long as possible. Then on the other hand, it will have some advantages on the mother also, where she will be able to lose some of the weight that she had gained during pregnancy. Having said all these biological implications, the other psychological importance of exclusive breastfeeding for a longer period is the strong bonding that would be developing between the child and the mother. So that will help a long way for this child. Then apart from this, the other close attachment will help the child also to develop a healthy microflora in the skin as well as in the intestinal tract. 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding seems sometimes elusive to some people. It is practically can be achieved situation where if the parents or if the mother is properly counseled as well as mother is properly motivated, especially the process should begin during the pregnancy and the mother should be guided throughout the pregnancy and then given the opportunity to continue the breastfeeding up to 6 months of exclusively and thereafter also up to about 2 years with the introduction of complementary feeding.